Quote number 4. This one's actually pretty famous.
Okay.
Grimace says this one a lot. He always says, better to be in a grave in Colombia than a jail cell in the United States. So this is this is kind of a narco. This is kind of like a common expression among like narco terrorists. So it's like it basically means like it's like I refuse to be extradited. Like if you try to take me, I'm gonna take myself first. So.
Oh, can you read that quote to me one more time?
Yeah, it's better to be in a grave in Colombia than a jail cell in the United States. So, it's kind of just something like I know Escobar used to say it, and they were, they were like, you know, she, they were like so tight. Tony,
excited.
You were saying that guy wanted to get his ex-girlfriend's name tattooed on his eyebrow.
Oh, his eyebrow, yeah.
I want to get my ex-girlfriend's face tattooed on my face. So it just looks like this girl Bianca I used to date when I was 20. So I kind of have like a Latina face over my face.
That'd be cool.
Well, and it's not like a blackface thing. Like, it's cool. She said it's okay. So
If it's Latina, it'd be more like a tan.
yeah, so you wouldn't even be like, you'd just be like, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you dyed your hair black, you'd have my grandma's hair, and she's Latina. So like honestly,
Dude, you should dye your hair black. That would look crazy.
if you go Latina face, you should dye your hair black. You'd be a Latina.
That would be nice.
And I would like it because I'm bisexual, so it would make me feel.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since I was born, baby. Okay. No, I don't know. Like, well, I thought I was a lesbian for as long as I did cocaine, and then
Yeah, that's how it goes.
and then I was like, I guess Casey's the only man I like, you know.
You've been with?
No, that I like.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought I only liked women, and then he's not. You know, I don't think he necessarily falls into either gender.
You don't have to.
Casey's genderless.
He calls his mom mommy.
Whenever you want to start the show, Casey, and stop all this, you can do it.
Thank you.
We shouldn't talk about that.
I don't know, you're comfortable.
All right, you're rolling.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to the Grimace Half Hour Power Hour. Welcome, everybody.
Woo!
Happy to have you.
Welcome.
Hello.
We got our BFF Tony here.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Happy to be here. We're actually here on a very somber occasion. As many of you know, Grimace beat the shit out of Queen Elizabeth's legs until she died. We're leaving it in. Grimace loved to wail on leg. Much like Rick James in that classic Dave Chappelle sketch, Grimace loved punch leg until person can't walk. And unfortunately, that happened to Queen Elizabeth.
That's so sad.
Oh, so sad. She'd go, oh, you old hoe. You went down to do it. And he did. And then, yeah, we cried all day yesterday.
All day.
Yeah.
You know what her final words were?
Don't stop the music.
What? It was, don't stop me now, followed by, why did that lady on TNT have to ruin my family?
What lady?
Angela, what's her name?
Angela Bono, the Hillside
The
Strangler.
black-haired lady who's dating Harry or whatever.
Camilla?
Meghan Markle.
Oh.
No.
She was on TNT
Oh, right. She
on
doesn't
the show
like.
Tuxedo.
Oh. I don't know anything about the family.
It's a great family.
Yeah.
They've never
One of the best.
the royal family have never done anything bad.
No.
Ever.
I agree.
They're socialists, right?
Dude, when they go to a country, people call it conquering, but they're helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, colonization is freedom.
That's a shirt right there. That's a shirt we should send to just African children.
It's a picture of Grimace, dude.
Oh God, we're gonna lose sponsors so
It's a picture
quick.
of Grimace at the Nathan's hot dog eating competition. It says colonization is freedom. It's Grimace with 65 hot dogs. Welcome to the future. Can I ask you something, Tony? I just want to jump in here. You been eating lollipop, dude? You got blue tongue. You've been eating fucking lollipop, bro?
I had a rough morning. I had a Sonic slush.
Oh, delicious.
A little
Lollipop
fucking
breakfast.
Powerade.
The what is it? The,
Ocean water?
A little grape in there.
Oh.
So Sprite, blue, and
Wow.
grape. Mm-hmm. What is blue flavor?
Blue is it's whale jizz.
Prince of Wales.
Prince of Wales, yeah,
And
we're
here
back.
we're right back to
And
where
the
we
new
started.
king. Of England.
You know they're going to give her a Viking funeral? They're gonna send her, and she's so rich. They're gonna send her out on a Carnival cruise, and they're gonna hit it with a drone strike.
The song, "Are you ready for this?" Da, 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 da. And then they're gonna drone strike the Queen of
The
England.
Blue Angels fly over the special forces and just fucking bye-bye. And she goes down much like the ancient rulers of like the Ming Dynasty. She has all her cabinet and all the royal people on the boat, and they have to go down with the ship.
Is that
Also-
what they did?
Yeah.
Sure.
Damn.
Also, I don't want to say this because I don't want to. You know how like the internet likes to censor truth. But I've heard that SEAL Team 6 actually killed the Queen. SEAL Team 6, like she was late for tea time, and you don't want to miss SEAL Team 6 tea time.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about tea or like golf?
Yeah, like
Both.
was there a team playing behind her?
Yeah. The SEAL Team 6 loves drinking tea while teeing off
Playing
on
golf.
the sixth hole. Only the sixth
Yeah.
hole.
She goes, play through.
And they're like, we're thirsty. She's like, just play through without the tea. And then they assassinated her.
Damn.
Well, I mean, at least she went out with grace.
But the media will never report that.
They said the official narrative is she fell down the stairs.
Did
and I'm
she?
like, I don't no. I'm like, I don't buy that for a second.
Oh, dude, I would pay $10. I would pay $10 to watch a video of Queen Elizabeth falling down the stairs.
Like on Patreon or
Oh
something.
yeah, I would rent a movie theater. I would screen it at an AMC.
That'd get the stocks back up.
Bring all the boys, do some whippets, watch
Oh.
Queen Elizabeth fall down some stairs. She's like, "Oh, wait, my back is breaking."
Kat, are you just checking your emails?
No,
You
I
did
was
this
looking.
last time.
I know. Well,
Like, what are you doing?
I just like to catch up on news during the podcast.
It's a bad time to do it.
No, I was looking up how she actually died, and it just says she died peacefully. So there's
She
no
was 98.
details. Yeah.
Fentanyl. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
she
gonna
OD'd.
say, yeah.
She
Sounds
died,
pretty peaceful.
She died like our greatest SoundCloud rapper. Fentanyl. May she rest in peace.
She's a woman of the people.
She goes, I'm screaming peep. I'm screaming little peep to the end of time.
She has a face tattoo.
Yeah. They have to cover it with makes-ups, dude. Damn. Makes-up. Here's a fun story. My sister used to ride the school bus. You heard about this? And she used to ride this bus, and I'd take her to school, fucking wild. And she would put on makeup on the bus, and we lived in Georgia, and she had a really southern old lady who would drive the bus driver, and she would scream at her and go, "No makes-ups on the buses." She would say that, so that's why I said makes-ups.
Yeah, I didn't.
Family story.
Yeah.
Did you guys have good school bus drivers growing up? I had aggressive ones. I had one.
Yeah, I didn't aggressive.
I had a lady, because I remember Obama was like the first like presidential candidate. I kind of like watched. I went to a speech, you know. It was like inspiring. He was a great speaker. And I remember my dad got me like an Obama shirt. I'm like 12, 13 years old. I can't I
awesome,
can't
dude.
vote, you know. I just like
Yeah.
the guy.
Sure.
He's saying hope. That seems cool, you know. And I get on the bus and my bus driver's like, "Oh, God damn it, Tony. Didn't know you were a socialist. Didn't know you like Nazi propaganda."
That's wild.
Oh, and then when he won, as a joke, I just go, "Obama." And she goes, "Way to rub it in. You're such a sore winner." And I was like, "Shut up." I go, "You're 50, bitch. You're 50. I can vote."
yeah. You
This
can't
is your
bully a
fault.
12-year-old when you're 50.
You're 50.
It's sad. But, you know, those are her peers.
Yeah. I think she's dead now.
Yeah.
She had cancer.
Bye-bye.
Oh. That's
Yeah, she
sad.
couldn't afford the bills, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe she should have been a socialist.
Right.
Oh, joke's on her. I
Healthcare
miss
for
you,
all.
man.
What about your bus driver?
JJ, do a zoom in on Tony's face when he says you should have been a socialist. That's awesome. we edit live, so
Take my message video.
JJ's over there with a system of pulleys and rigs. Like,
I like to imagine it's just like 6 mice.
yeah. You open up the soundboard and there's a bunch of fucking little. Oh,
It's just
anyway.
mice that can mimic our voices. These aren't even plugged in. It's just
all
mice
dubbed
yeah,
over.
Yeah, they're repeating what we're saying.
Each episode costs upwards of $15,000.
In cheese.
We're in the hole. In Munster Helvetica cheese.
Helvetic.
Helvetica's a font. Kat, let's touch base on this. Helvetica's a font.
There's a movie about it, right?
Called Helvetica?
Yeah.
What's that?
Helvetica of
It's
Troy.
like the people's font, you know, like
People's font.
it's for all ages, all races, all
Do you think that's
genders.
why communism failed? Because they didn't use Helvetica?
Maybe. I think they use Times New Roman or some shit.
No, I think they used Comic Sans.
Yeah. Oh god, so egregious.
They used Jokr. Speaking of which, our
Wingdings.
beautiful bong sponsor. Isn't it called Jokr?
That's called joke.
Yeah.
Yep.
Happy sponsorship. We'll talk- Happy sponsor day. And they dropped us live. So yeah, we have kind of
What's
a
that?
ticker, a NASDAQ kind of Wall Street.
The
list of
CEO
sponsors.
actually came in, set Casey's car on fire, and says, "We're done."
Have fun at the shelter, bitch. That's what he said. He's a good guy, and we cherish their product. So what were you? Bus driver. I can't really. I had one named Miss Jan. They're all called. There's no Mrs. Bus Driver, right? They're all Miss.
They're all divorced.
lesbian old women, and they're rude and
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah, what is it about that?
I don't know.
If your only form of employment is driving a bus full of children, life isn't going well. Right?
You don't think
Yeah.
they're like passionate?
No, they
about-
hate. Have you ever met someone that loved being a bus driver?
No.
Yeah, they're miserable.
Sad.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have a bus driver.
You didn't? Why not?
Well, you know,
Did you live in Ecuador or something?
my parents drove me to school.
Really?
Privilege.
I know.
So in a way, your mom was your bus driver.
But then, yeah, in a way, my mom was my bus driver. But then oftentimes she would forget to pick me up from school.
Oh.
She would like get drunk and be like, "Oh my god, I have kids." But no, but I did have this. There was this plumber.
There was a plumber.
I went to this all girls camp growing up,
Yeah, yeah.
and all the counselors seemed to be gay. They all just had that vibe, you know.
Were they men?
No.
Oh, all.
It's an all-female camp with all male counselors.
But if they're all gay, it's safety, you know?
Yeah. Well, the men.
Yeah, if it was all females camp
Yeah.
with all gay male counselors,
Sure.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Evens out.
No, but it was the opposite.
Oh.
But they were fine. Everything's
Isn't that
great.
dangerous, though, having lesbian camp counselors with an all female?
I guess
They're
theoretically,
like, maybe
it
I
could
want to
be.
munch on some young bucks.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, we'll gloss over that, but
I don't know. Bad things happen at camp sometimes.
yeah, nothing bad ever
Have you
happened
never
to
seen
me.
Friday the 13th?
Yeah. Is that at a camp?
Camp Crystal Lake.
Camp Crystal Lake. And then Freddie Krugman also appeared there in like 2003, fought Jason's bitch ass.
Lost.
Wow.
Lost, but then Freddie looked at the camera at the end of the movie, Jason hold his head, Freddie go, this again? He go, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, he winked.
Yeah,
Was
he
nice.
actually did. Like, that's a
Yeah,
real scene in the movie. Yeah.
His head's being held, and he goes,
I haven't seen
"Thanks for
that.
watching."
See you next time at the movies. That's what he said. He loves local cinema.
Yeah. No, we all.
So you had all these lesbian plumbers, and
Oh.
then what happened?
That didn't want to munch box. That didn't want to
No.
munch box.
Strictly against it.
But we had this plumber lady, and she was the camp plumber. I don't know. I guess that most camps have a plumber. But
The best
she,
ones.
she did other stuff. She would like sit in this canoe sometimes. And
Yikes.
so
What kind of camp was it? Come on, Miss Jan, sitting in the
I have this image of her sitting in a canoe with an American flag draped over her shoulders, and I'm pretty sure I didn't make that up. So
I like to imagine she's sitting in the canoe. She's like, I work at this shitty camp. I wanted to be a plumber at the White House. Yeah. I ended up here with all these lesbians. I wanted to work for the Reagan administration. I wanted to give them the best plumbing they've ever had.
You think they have a plumber for the military?
Yes. What do you think the military does?
Can you claim you're a veteran if you were a plumber for the military?
Oh yeah, people claim it for much.
Crazy.
People claim much
to
less.
Think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you just sit on a computer and you're like, all clear or whatever. But
Yeah, you send an email, all clear. Bombs away. Chips ahoy, and then you get a Purple Heart.
If you get hurt in the line of duty.
the daily plumber update, all clear.
That's how I got my Purple Heart. I was in the Air Force 20 years.
Yeah, more like purple fart.
Such an original comment, Casey. I'm glad you were the first one to say that on today's
I'm
episode.
so proud
And
of you
I'm
for
glad
that
too.
one.
And I'm glad too.
No, me or Kat could have not thought of that.
More like purple
I got a
fart.
paperclip.
I was gonna say.
Paper
I
cut.
was trying to say purple fart for 3 minutes. JJ, edit out Kat saying purple fart and then only have me say purple. Yeah, more like purple fart. So then edit it so it looks like I said that.
Such an original comment, Casey. I'm glad you were the first one to say that on today's
Yeah, I'm
episode.
so proud
And
of you
I'm
for
glad
that
too.
one.
And I'm glad too.
No, me or Kat could have not thought of that at all. Purple fart.
I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No.
What were you saying about
Oh,
I'm
I got
sorry,
my
too.
purple fart by getting a paperclip in the Air Force.
a paper cut?
Paper cut.
Someone hit you with a
Paperclip.
hornet.
A paper clip.
Someone shot a hornet at you in the classroom.
And I went, owie, and then they gave me a purple heart.
You're so brave.
Thank you.
Damn,
All
that's
right.
heavy stuff.
Well, first of all, thank you for your service. But second of all, so wait, this plumber, her name was Jan,
Of
and
course.
she would, yeah.
I told you it was Jan. I knew it was Jan.
Well, no, you said you had a bus driver named Jan, and I'm like, that's crazy because I feel like
Two Jans.
female bus drivers and female plumbers, you know, they have similar upbringings, right? They're cut from the same cloth.
If you're
So anyway, this is not even worth
Jan's
saying
on a
anymore.
boat.
Jan, well,
It has an American flag. She's in a canoe.
she would ride in the first night at camp.
Yeah.
She'd ride in on the river in this canoe with an American flag draped over her shoulders, just stand. The wind's blowing her hair.
She uses it
Did
as
she
a
look like
topsail.
George Washington crossing the Delaware? She's just standing on the boat.
And she does that, and they're playing the national anthem.
She has a barbed wire tattoo around her arm.
Yeah, she exclusively wore wife beaters.
Did she really?
No, she wore a jumpsuit actually, but like a.
What the fuck?
Who is this woman?
I can't tell.
Is she
I
a cast
can't.
member of Slipknot?
I honestly can't tell how much of this I made up in my own mind and how much of it is real.
Is your lesbian plumber at camp actually Corey Taylor from Slipknot?
I won't confirm or deny, but yeah, she would ride in every on the first night of camp. You know, not fire.
Are you fucking serious?
I don't know. I
it
honestly
true?
don't. I don't know.
I don't know where the riff stops with you, man.
I'm telling you, I can't remember how much of this is real and how much of it
There's
isn't.
no way that's true.
It could be.
It could be true.
Everyone, you guys are lining the bank of the Chattahoochee River, and here comes Miss Jan. Some folks are born mad to wave the flag. It's fucking Miss Jan's big old lesbian ass.
and she's holding a plunger.
She just starts. She's yelling, "God was a lesbian." so you'll become a lesbian too.
I feel like you went to some weird MK Ultra camp. Like the motives are so unclear behind this camp.
Yeah. Well, she just wanted to make sure that she would say, so she'd step off the boat and then she'd go up to the microphone and tell all of us.
There's a microphone.
Yeah, we would like dress in all white and have to go sit down at this pier.
I don't think you were in a camp. I think you were part of the Klan.
Yeah, I know. It's concerning.
We were wearing all white.
I had to wear all white
hoods.
like 3 times a week.
Really?
Yeah, we had this thing called Tribal Hill.
Yikes.
It's
Tribal Hill?
extremely appropriative. Yeah, they would we were in tribes.
Question. I'm whatever you guys want to talk about. I want to learn more about this camp. What kind of activities did you do at this camp?
Was this a Branch Davidian? Yeah. You just pray to a shrine of David Koresh, like the old lady's head in Hereditary in the fucking treehouse.
We did have a creed.
What was the creed?
I don't remember. It's like peace, love, and plungers or something. But yeah, then she would come up and she'd say, hey, and she was really, really old. She has to be dead now. But she would come up and be like, we've got this old country plumbing, so your bathroom is going to get clogged a lot. So she would teach us how to use a plunger, and she would always say, it's the push, not the pull. And so we'd have to chant that, it's the push, not the pull.
Is this like an ITT tech camp where you're like learning like trade school? Your parents are like putting you through
It's like a
trade
religious
school?
camp, but for plumbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nutty time.
Speaking of MK Ultra, it was recently released that Grimace has had a long-standing secret link with the CIA, and it's been exposed. Here's just some of the operations he was involved with. You guys ready for this?
I'm ready.
Grimace was the head of Project Dust Shaft, which is where he was sent out by the CIA to put down coal mining rebellions in Harlan County, West Virginia. So, Grimace, as you might know, is notoriously anti-union. He killed Jimmy Hoffa. He tried to kill JFK. But instead, he kind of just ended up just fucking patting his belly all night, and they became really close friends.
So Grimace didn't kill JFK?
He was on the grassy knoll, and it's like you can see. I think it's like frame what is it, like 65 of
I think
the Zapruder
that's
film.
yeah, I think that's right.
He's peeking over the fence. It's like that, kind of doing that.
Is he like, I overslept, but thank God Lee Harvey Oswald was here?
And you can see him kind of waving at Oswald.
He just goes, thank you.
Yeah. You're good. Couple more. And, almost got him. Nice try. He's really supportive of domestic terrorism and stuff like that. Try again. That was close. Yeah. So, and sure enough, next shot, Zaboomafoo, dead. And bye-bye. Dead for life. And Kat, now, did you just delete your notes?
I deleted everything I had written down. I accidentally deleted.
You have done that more than any person I've ever.
My phone is haunted. I don't even understand how it happens. I'll just be on it, and then all of a sudden, everything. Oh, it's back. It's back. I got it back.
What?
Okay. No, it's back.
You said someone whispered in your ear earlier in our house.
Oh, dude.
What?
Yeah. It went, please don't stop the music. Who's there?
The ghost of Rihanna. Yeah, it was pretty spooky. I don't know. I was just sitting there and I heard like a.
A, could be a ghost. B, schizophrenia.
Am I sick?
Yeah.
Late onset.
Oh.
And to answer that question, Dr. Phil.
He's dressed as Grimace, dude.
You have schizophrenia.
You have schizophrenia.
Cat, that plumber, when you were a kid, would plumb your eardrum, and he did it so much that now you have schizophrenia.
That plumber wasn't even real.
Miss Jan.
Miss Jan.
I've heard about Miss
in
Jan
the
before.
He goes, Cat, I was Miss Jan. He puts on like the American flag.
Honestly,
like,
she kind of looks like Dr. Phil.
He's my primary physician.
Not care,
Don't talk
just
about my primary physician.
doesn't take care of you.
Yeah, he's a pill
Just
mill,
talks to
dude.
you. Yeah.
Dr. Phil, dude, whatever you want, he'll write it for you, dude. Pill
Just like
Phil.
that,
what's it called?
Yeah.
That doctor in
I actually
Louisiana.
I asked him to put fentanyl on all the cocaine in all the major cities.
Oh,
and
Tony.
he said, say no more, buckaroo.
Oh, my God. He's
But
so
like this,
polite
he
that
said,
way.
say no more, buckaroo.
I'm Miss Jan. I'll do whatever
Yeah,
you
Miss
want.
Jan. No, he did it. He's proud of it, too.
Yeah, I would be as well. It's caused.
He doesn't like teenagers.
Yeah. Well, it's caused quite the epidemic. So
Hope you're happy. Hope you're happy, Mr. Phil. Should we give Tony
First things first, Dr. Phil.
his delicious presents?
You got me a present.
We got you some presents.
got you like 5 things.
Present number 1. This one's actually really cool. So,
Okay.
as you might know, my car has no window.
I know. Yeah, I've seen.
So when I parked downtown last night, some little prankster broke into my car and stole my phone chargers, and that was it. But they did leave something behind, and this is completely true. They dropped the beanie off their head in my car.
Oh, no.
So this is a beanie of the man or woman who broke into my car and stole 2 phone chargers and a bunch of random papers in my center console. And this can be yours, and it is because it's a present.
For only $40.
For only $40.
All right.
2 payments of $40.
right.
80 total.
What if I told you I knew the person that robbed your car, and they will give you the 2 phone chargers for their beanie bag, and that person is definitely not me.
I see the phone charger sticking out of the lapel of your shirt. Do you have it wrapped around your chest? They left the boy, though. The boy was there, which is so weird, why they wouldn't want
I can't believe
him.
they wouldn't want that.
They look at it and they're like, should we rob this guy?
I think this car is haunted.
What if the boy, while they were robbing you, was the one that grabbed the beanie off his head?
Oh, my God, yeah. Stop, that's my dad's charger. He hit him with one of those overhand kind of kid punches.
Exactly.
Bang!
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, that
It looks like
happened.
it was a pretty slick operation.
Yeah.
Dirty hat.
Dressed in all black.
Cat goes, you think it has DNA on it?
Yeah.
Just take it to the
How
police
funny would
department.
that be? Go to the Austin PD.
I am here to report a crime. And I have evidence.
Book 'em, boys. Tax dollars at work.
That's a nice guy. I accept the gift.
And we thank you for that, and it's yours to keep.
Thank you.
Well, oh,
Give them pepper
I
spray.
thought
Yeah.
it's expired.
Just pepper spray. Don't tell people that.
Yeah, I know.
Don't put that out in the world that your pepper spray is. Also, expired pepper spray probably still works.
Yeah, but I imagine it malfunctions.
Like
Sprays
when
the opposite direction.
like instead when you spray them, it gives them better vision. It actually horns them up.
It turns
It's an
into
aphrodisiac.
They're like, they're like, we told you, don't use it after it's expired.
it's all chunky.
They fall in love with you. They're like,
It's all chunky. It's like pancake mix.
Well, I don't have pepper spray, but do have a little envelope of crushed red pepper
oh,
that I thought you might like.
I might use that as a protective tool if someone tries to invade my butt.
Invade the butt.
Yeah.
So that's for you.
The guy just yells, I'm not a pepperoni pizza.
So I guess we have all spice related gear for you today, but I also brought you an expired jar of organic Chinese
What's
five
up
spice.
with the expired stuff in your bag?
I don't know. I think
Did you buy that bag at like a Civil War monument?
my aunt gave it to me for my birthday, and it was just filled with
Expired stuff?
expired stuff.
You didn't take it out.
I'm a little sentimental in that way.
I think it's the schizophrenia again.
I'm just clearly very mentally unstable on this podcast.
Her aunt's been dead for 25 years.
She is her own
Aunt
hand.
Jan.
Putting lipstick on the fucking Catbird, time for bed. No, Miss Jan. These are the things I hear before I drift off to sleep at night. Here's speaking of mottos. We've recently gathered together. Me and Kat have gathered the top 5 mottos in Grimace's life.
Okay.
All right, and they are as follows. Number 1, 2 in the stink, 3 more in the stank. So this is that's where you do
Is it just fisting?
basically, but you do two at the beginning, and you go it fit, and then you whoop fucking drill bit Taylor, goddamn
Which-
Owen Wilson right in there, dude.
Which 2 first?
You normally go, guns pose. Guns a-blazing.
Okay,
then
guns
you go
a-blazing.
cock it back. Then you go silencer. Doop. Fucking.
Wow.
Doop. Don't do like that noise, but go. Do it like that. And then, motto number 2.
Yeah.
This is going to be behind us. Do y'all serve fishbone at this CVS? So this is where he goes to CVS's, and basically he doesn't speak a lot of English, so he'll write down. He has sort of like a vision board, and it's like all the different kinds of fishbone he would want, and he go. And so that means like y'all got any of these, and then there's another picture at the bottom which is an OxyContin 30. So it's like. If you don't have fishbone, that's fine. I'll take an Oxy 30. And he has a gun. He also has a gun. So it's not like you get to choose. So, number 3. If I don't win the Iowa primaries, somebody's going to get hurt. Permanently. So, yeah.
Okay.
That one's kind of like a... It's not...
I read about that in the New York Times that Trump actually got a lot of his political speeches from Grimace.
Oh, sure.
And that, after hearing that makes sense.
Yeah.
If I don't win the Iowa primary, someo's gonna get hurt.
Permanently. Yeah.
Permanently.
So it's like...
I like his gumption, man. At least it's permanent.
Yeah.
A lot of these politicians out here will just hurt you for like a week, but then they'll lay up.
Yeah.
But like Grimace, it's gonna be permanent.
Yeah.
Well, it's all empty promises with them.
So, quote number 4. This one's actually pretty famous.
Okay.
Grimace says this one a lot. He always says, better to be in a grave in Colombia than a jail cell in the United States. So this is this is kind of a narco. This is kind of like a common expression among like narco terrorists. So it's like it basically means like it's like I refuse to be extradited. Like if you try to take me, I'm gonna take myself first. So.
Oh, can you read that quote to me one more time?
Yeah, it's better to be in a grave in Colombia than a jail cell in the United States. So, it's kind of just something like I know Escobar used to say it and shit, and they were like, you know, she. They were
And we
like
should
so
plug
tight.
Escobar.
Yeah, Escobar's. The
Yeah, he said, I'm done with the cocaine, and I'm going to the vapes.
Pastel Cartel for life.
He's a good man now.
Yeah.
he's a good man.
Just know, for every Escobar vape you smoke, 3 children die. And
they're not related. It's not related.
No,
Just coincidence.
Just a fact of
it's a fact. It's a fact.
statistically, by the time you're done, 3 children will have died.
Every time you make love, 4 children die. So just remember that when you're coming.
And of course, there's the motto number 5, and make the 5 really big this time, right above Cat's head, and it has vampire fangs. And of course, that quote is, "Please don't stop the music." So that is kind of the theme of kind of not only the podcast, but kind of this. Kind of this whole thing. So.
Yeah, you kind
Cool.
of poked me really
I'm
hard.
sorry. I have a thick pinky. Ooh.
Thick pinky.
Babarushka. Okay. Okay. Now, that's cool.
What?
I don't know. I was just I said Babarushka, and I'm kind of replaying it in my head. I don't know why I said that.
What's your favorite word?
I say it around the house. I go, ooh, Babarushka.
At least 15 times.
Cat doesn't like it.
I do this
much.
song that's
think
been
Tony likes to do it.
spooking out my Sean, my roommate, which just goes, it's just la 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 la, and he just goes, bro, could you stop it? Like, it fucking freaks me out. So what I did is I ordered one of those cards you open up and it plays an audio message. So I'm gonna put it under his bed when he's sleeping. Yeah.
And are you gonna attach a string to it and then
to open,
so
yeah,
you
at
can
night.
open
No,
it
at night. Yeah, it's gonna open up to la la.
You're
la,
having
la,
to lay
la,
there and open it and close it.
Oh, I love pranks. I love pranking that
Yeah.
boy.
Deep prank.
What's your best prank?
The best prank.
Arson.
So this one's coming out. I just ordered a whole bunch of.
This one's coming out
So
next
my buddy Sean, he hates Marvel movies. So what I did was order about 50 Black Panther Marvel posters, and I'm gonna hang them all over his bedroom. And when he tries to tear them down, I'm gonna be recording them and go like, "Why don't you like Black Panther? Is there a reason you don't like Black Panther?"
That's kind of sinister, Tony.
Oh yeah. So he has to live with
Wow.
Black Panther for a week.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I like dumb pranks like that. Just silly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very silly.
Is
There's
that
no
no
other.
I like it.
to hang
used
60 Black Panther posters?
No, it's funny. But, then there's the racial.
But that's the joke.
That's the prank that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
That's the type of prank that's going to keep you from getting a job. Yeah, and that's a long-term prank. So. We used to do these pranks where we would go in people's neighborhoods and we would shit in a grocery bag, not even the type that you light on fire, and we would rub shit on their doors.
Oh, my God.
So
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
really like a cool, nice thing to
We did
do
that
or
with
whatever.
we did that with shaving cream and condoms, where we'd put it on their front door, then knock, and they would chase us out. And then when they went back into their house, they'd grab their door handle. They'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, so it looks like jizz.
Yeah,
That's
little boy
cool.
jizz,
Like
but it
thick
was
jizz.
just
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Sweet,
But it wasn't.
creamy jizz.
And then we
Gross.
would, and then we would yell at them, be like, "You're a pedophile. You have boy jizz in your hand." And like, we don't want this.
God.
It was $500 by the end of the business day. Blackmail pranks. I love stuff like that.
We just did like toilet paper and trees, stuff like that.
Yep.
Ding dong ditch. You're a
the
bitch.
craziest
That one.
Right.
Telling did your revenge.
Yeah. Did it to, our teachers and stuff. I don't know why I knew where so many of my teachers lived. I feel like that.
You knew where a lot of your teachers lived?
Yeah, we'd trick or treat. And it was mostly tricks.
Mostly trick. Were you a prostitute?
A child, I don't know why I screamed.
Hey, tricks.
No.
No.
Kat, I'm sorry. I grew up with the rap game. Sorry. When I
The
hear,
rap
When I
game?
hear tricks, I just think
I'm
prostitute.
leaving.
Wow.
When I hear about tricks,
I'm fucking out.
Bye-bye.
Oh, man.
so you knew where all your teachers lived.
Not all of them, but quite a few.
Okay.
But nothing weird ever happened, you
That's
know.
good.
It was just we'd prank them a lot. We did a lot of weird. I was always really bad at pranks though.
Yeah.
I remember we tried to prank we did an email prank. So.
Email, bro. Very corporate.
Is your refrigerator
me,
running?
I like to get a reaction when I prank. I like to get like fear, laughter, something.
Yeah.
You are like, I just want to fucking spam their fucking Yahoo.
It's very Andy Kaufman. Yeah, you don't know how they're reacting to the prank.
Which is the best part, you know.
She's
you
just
can
sending
make
him
up all kinds of
invoices for
scenarios.
jobs they didn't hire.
Yeah. No, one time I was like 11 and me and my friend made this fake email account and we were like, oh, we're going to prank everyone so good.
Yeah.
And it was like, we made up a name. I think it was Gerald Heather. I know it was Gerald Heather. And
Gerald Heather. All right.
Heather.
That's
That's a bad name, but all right. Like Gerald, I was like on board. I was like, Gerald, that's a good name. I'd read an email from a Gerald, but a Heather? Of the Heather family?
heir to the Heather fortune.
Yeah, I mean, it might as well be Gerald Smith, it's like really bad. But then we emailed him and we were like, or we emailed from his email account, we emailed our teacher and we're like, this is your ex-boyfriend from high school. And like we just like attached a stock photo of like him and his children.
What if the teacher was just like, I never thought Gerald would find me again.
They're like an abuse survivor. It's traumatizing. Oh God, baby, you found me.
I changed my name and everything.
We just never see her again.
I should have never betrayed the Heather fortune.
Yeah, she packs a bag. And her husband's like, "Where are you going?" She's like, "I gotta solve this on my own. Take the kids to your parents' house."
And that's how that Jennifer Lopez movie started. What movie is that?
I was thinking of that the other day. She puts on all the rings and
yeah.
beats the shit out of her husband.
Yeah, she beats the shit out of the villain from The Mask, I think.
Oh, Jim Carrey.
Oh,
No.
Jamie Kennedy.
Yep.
That's the best. That's the best too. Son of the Mask. I know a lot of movie stuff.
I know. I feel inept.
And then what did y'all? I love that story. That's so funny.
Did
What did
they-
y'all do?
So I mean,
Did they
we
reply?
no,
Oh.
no. That's why it's like such a dumb prank because it's like worst case scenario. She's like our best case scenario. She's like, "Hey, what's up, Gerald?" She just responds to the email, and then we were like, "Oh, we're gonna prank our dads now with Gerald Heathers."
Do you want to hear my favorite prank?
What's that?
So we invited orphanages out to like a day at Six Flags, and they're having a great day, getting cotton candy, getting to meet, the Scooby
expensive
Doo,
prank.
ride the Batman. We're like, ride it as many times as you want until you throw up that cotton candy. And then while they were doing that, me and a buddy burnt down the orphanage. and when we put him back on the bus and sent him home, we had a big old sign that says, "Now you don't even have a fake home." And then we left.
And then a thunderstorm came.
Yeah. and then they got recruited by the Taliban. So in a way, as a guy who loves America, it kind of bit me in the ass.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's no Gerald Heather email.
It's a
pretty
start.
good
Yeah.
All the kids are still radicalized to this day. Good kids.
One time, I don't know if I've told this story on here. There was something we used to do in high school called junior senior wars, where the juniors would prank the seniors and vice versa. And
Yep.
me and my buddy, who's in prison now, and then another guy named Harley, who's also was in prison for several years. We drove out to this person's house and we were going to egg it. And we drunk a bunch of Robitussin. So we were like so fucked up, crammed in this little truck. And we had eggs. So we run up to the house and we're throwing the eggs. But I don't know if you know this. When you're on Robitussin, your arms are really heavy. Everything you can't hardly move. So I was throwing the eggs, but I was gripping them too hard, so they would just shatter in my hands. And I threw no less than a dozen eggs. None of the eggs left my hand. I would break them, and they would shatter. So by the end of it, we're like running back to the car so slow. And we get in, and they're like, "Oh yeah, man, that was awesome." And they turn to me and I'm covered in eggs like a cartoon. And I was like, "I don't think I did it right." I was like, "I don't like this prank.
I accidentally egged myself.
It smelled like yolk. Harley, take me home. I want to watch
so
The
funny.
Grudge. Should we do a Grimby around the horn, wrap this boy up?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah.
Where?
So
Where?
have you seen the podcast?
I've seen clips.
So the Grimace Around the Horn, this is where we tell a story piece by piece by piece, passing it on to one another.
Okay.
So you can't use your notes.
Okay.
So
And I'm
So-
really bad at it. So
yeah,
It's pretty fun.
We're all good at it. And so here's some topics we can do. Grimace goes on Dr. Phil.
Okay.
All right. Grimace is on the grassy knoll, kill JFK. We covered this briefly earlier. I don't know if you remember that. Grimace headlines his first Just for Laughs comedy festival. Grimace cuts the brakes on Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s car during the Daytona 500.
All right. I like that one.
Grimace and Sam Squamch fucking getting a big argument.
Who's Sam Squanch?
He's like Sasquatch, but Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys calls him Sam Squamch, so I just did it right now that way too.
Okay. All right. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, I just, I wear my influences on my sleeve. I'm totally transparent guy. So that's the options. Grimace argue with Sam Squamch. Grimace on Dr. Phil. Grimace attempt murder to Dale Earnhardt. Grimace attempt murder to JFK. Whoopie daisy.
How about we do this? Can I recommend something? Grimace on Dr. Phil for cutting Dale Earnhardt's brakes.
Okay, I like that.
on the same day.
We found out the what's his the ginger from CSI Miami. He investigated.
Hector. No,
and he
not
goes,
Hector.
this is a wild conclusion, but boys, I think it was Grimace, and everybody at the office was like, can't be him.
And then they interview him to.
And then they sat him down and they're like, did you cut Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s brakes? And he goes, he didn't vote for me in Iowa.
That's what happened. All right. Let's do
Caruso?
David Caruso.
David Caruso.
David Caruso.
That's his name.
That's
you said,
my
You
pre-
said Hector.
I don't know why I said Hector.
Hector Caruso. Hector Caruso.
Hector.
His brother, personally, Hector, is a lot better.
David Hector Caruso.
And the show CSI Miami.
Miami.
Miami. It's a lot more. CSI Miami. It's a lot more fun.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, it's about crimes in
actually-
the gay Miami party scene. It's very fun. CSI Miami. Hello.
Please don't stop the music. All right. The scene, the Daytona 500.
Yep.
The year 2001. Dale Earnhardt Sr. goes and checks on baby Junior in his crib. Give him a freshly baked Mountain Dew. It exploded in the oven. It's just a sharp can. Dale Earnhardt Jr. start chewing on it, and Senior go, no, hurt your gummies, baby. Take it from him, kiss him on the head, and go, Daddy gotta go to work. Boom! Frails his f***ing damn race jacket, puts the damn f***ing curl tip up. Don't even know what that called, collarbone. And flip the collarbone on the Mimsy tab. Fucking clears his browser history, walks out the door, lights up a fucking Virginia Slim, gets in his fucking goddamn fucking Kia Soul and drives down to the racetrack. The whole time blaring Isn't It Ironic by fucking Alanis damn Morissette. Who give a shit? Dude, donut in the cul-de-sac. Everybody get up, start screaming, Dale, you son of a bitch. And he just go, yeah, what I do for a living, sweetie. And burn down, taking the access roads all the way to Daytona. 9 hours. Should have flown. Should have flown. He's almost damn late for the race. He get there just in time. They go, Dale, we got to get you in the big old race car Honda Civic, dude. He going, not this time. There's no time. Gotta drive the Kia Soul. So he just burn out. Nothing. He just got regular tire on the treads low, bro. Daddy need an oil change. Just drove 9 hours. No time. Unfortunate. Sorry. Start the race. Oopie daisy. Pole position number 1. Everything going well. Grimace is sitting in the crowd with a cow by him. Fuck it. He's sitting holding hands with a cow. He got a newspaper in his hands. Kiss a cow. Does that backward punch Jason Bourne does sometimes. Cow dead. Bye-bye. Grimace. Have a wonderful sleep. And Grimace see Dale Earnhardt Sr. winning the race. He dropped the newspaper and he go, damn, I bet on Kyle Busch to win this race. I don't like how this going. What happened next?
So Dale sees Grimace in the crowd, and they used to date. So this is, Dale's just like, I can't perform under these circumstances. And so Dale, he starts driving, but then Grimace takes the cow's udder, removes it from the cow, throws it.
Damn.
Throws it on the track.
No.
No.
I remember it so vividly.
This
Like
was
it
on
was
ESPN.
It starts sizzling because it's so hot.
Oh, man.
And then the milk starts curdling.
Oh.
But then, so then Dale is like, whoa, it's like what's that game you play, Mario Kart? It's like the bananas on Mario Kart. So he just slides and then he slides into Kyle Busch.
Yes.
Yeah, Kyle Busch. And Kyle is a professional. So then he just puts his car into fly mode. So now he's flying over everyone. He's like, why didn't I just do this in the first place? I clearly would have won the race.
That was my favorite Kyle Busch move.
The first
Sending
of its
his
kind.
car to space. And Kyle Busch story. And So then that really famous NASCAR driver.
Dale Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt Sr.
But then there's the other one that recently.
Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon's like, I gotta fix this.
Oh no.
So
He was a people pleaser.
yeah. So he's wearing like his classic, affliction shirt and khaki shorts, hat backwards, Oakley's. So this is not important. All right, cut this out. So then
Leave it in. It's important that he's wearing Oakleys. You're setting the scene. You're world building.
then he's like, oh my God, my best friend Dale, I love him. And so he runs and he pushes Dale out of the way because Dale's dead because of the car crash.
Wow.
So
Oh,
he,
fuck.
yeah, so he
didn't know
pushes
that.
him. He just sits on his lap and he puts it into gear. And then what happens?
Close it out for us, Tony.
So the crowd is distraught. There's a group of Italians right where the accident happened, and they're like, "This is why you should never trust a Kia, and you should only drive a Fiat." And the crowd's crying. Kyle Busch accidentally pushed turbo mode, and he's headed to Mars.
Oh God, again?
But he realized he doesn't have enough oxygen to get to Mars. So Kyle's like, "Man, I'm not the only racer dying today." So he's on his way to Mars, trying to figure that out. But back on the landing site, right? Dale Earnhardt's body, it transformed into almost like a baby Jesus. He's just laying there on the racetrack, and who's the other racer? Fucking Steve McQueen.
Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon, man. He's holding him, and he's just like, "Can I grant you one last wish?" And he goes, "You know what I want." He goes, "You know what I want." You know what I want. He says it 3 times. And if you don't believe me, watch the tapes on ESPN.
This whole thing was
Yeah.
live.
It was live.
ESPN 2.
It was actually shot by James Cameron. But he's like, "You know what I want?" He goes, "What do you want?" "I don't know." And he goes, "I want to ride that mustache one last time."
Oh no!
So they start making out aggressively.
Baby Jesus and Jeff Gordon.
Baby race
Earnhardt, baby.
but looks
But
like
he's over
Jesus.
18.
Yeah, he's over 18. He's
Baby Jesus Senior.
Earnhardt asks, "Can I see your ID?" And he shows them, and he goes, "I'm only doing this because he's of legal age." The crowd cheers, but then they start booing because it's gay, and NASCAR doesn't like the whole gay thing. But it's weird. It's weird. They start making out so passionately, the crowd turns. And the Pope was actually there. And the Pope goes, "You know what? I used to not believe in this homosexuality. But after what I saw today, it's kind of a beautiful thing."
Wow.
And then Earnhardt
We've disappeared.
disappears. Turns into a spirit.
Implodes.
Turns into a spirit. Gets into Kyle Busch's car. And Kyle goes, "Man, I'm so sorry you died. I'm scared. I'm headed to Mars, not enough oxygen." And he goes, "I could send you back." And he goes, "Really?" He goes, "I asked for one favor." And he goes, "Oh, you want to ride my mustache too?" And he goes, "No, I want to see your sister's titties."
Classic Earnhardt.
So Bush had to text his sister, get titty pics from his sister, which is always awkward.
Always, every
If
time.
you've never done it, it's very strange. He gets them, he helps them turn around, land back at Daytona. And it was crazy, man. And I remember the last thing the announcer said is, he said, "This is going to be the worst thing that happens in 2001. Nothing worse is going to happen than what we saw today."
On
then-
September 10th, 2001.
And then cut to a cave in the Middle East. Osama bin Laden takes off his sunglasses and goes, "Oh, we'll see." And then cut to the CSI Miami theme song. Wow! The end.
Some folks are born to wave the flag.
Yeah.
I just remembered, though, we kind of lost Grimace. in the story.
He just went home.
Grimace
Yeah,
just left.
He was tired.
The thing about Grimace
I am
is
not-
once he gets the job done, he goes home to take care of the
wife and kids.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a career man, but like he's also a family man.
And he's always home for dinner.
Yeah.
Always home.
And the moral of the story, man, if you're a race car driver, vote for Grimace in Iowa.
And he won't have to hurt you permanently. So,
And 9/11 could have been prevented.
and it should have been. Thank you for coming on the Grimace Half Hour Power Hour.
Thanks.
Thank you for
Tony,
having
you're
me,
the
man. This was a
best.
blast.
Yay.
So fun. We had some pretty big riffs back there, didn't we?
I think you're right about that.
All
Yeah.
true stories,
All
Yeah.
true stories.
Based on true stories, based on real events.
based on real events, based
Like
on.
paranormal activity.
All right, we're done.
We're done.
All right, bye guys.
Do we have to do